Now, one of the questions that often springs up when you talk about IP, especially in the Indian context, is whether IP is truly worthwhile. Many businesses and companies used to think, especially around 50 years back, when I was quite young in my profession as an IP attorney, that IP is not truly worthwhile. And their impression was not misplaced at all. Because at that point of time, India did not have a good IP system. We did not have a good protection system. We did not have a good enforcement system. And most importantly, we did not have an IP market and commercialization system that actually works in the Indian context. However, owing to efforts from different perspectives, ranging from the government to individual entrepreneurs and even academic institutions at various levels, that has significantly changed now. If you look at IP in today's context, from whichever perspective you may look at IP, intellectual property has become a very important business tool for businesses. It has, in fact, assumed a much higher importance for companies which are in technology, information, and knowledge space. However, it has proven to be and continues to prove to be important for companies and businesses in all areas of business. Today, in fact, our stock markets react to developments in IP. Our company valuations vary based on how many patents they have filed or they have gotten granted in a given year. And several companies have learned how to use intellectual property in order to make money in India. So intellectual property has become an important business tool. Having said that, many companies and businesses don't know how to use it. Earlier, the percentage was very high. It has reduced. But even today, we have a good percentage of companies who do not know, first of all, they don't know that they have IP. And secondly, they don't know how to use it. About 5 years back, I was working with the United Nations Industrial Development Organization as a national expert for India. And as a part of my work, I got the opportunity of going and studying, working with, and helping SMEs in foundry, plastics, and machine tool sectors. And during that time, I noted that none of these companies were aware of the fact that they had IP. Forget about them using IP in order to gain business and commercial value. And after the entire exercise was completed, where I think close to 100 companies overall we looked at, 60 of them being primary, we noted that each of them had at least 5 to 6 forms of IP which they could directly use in their business. So this exercise, we helped them protect it. And we also told them how they can go about commercializing and gaining value from it. Based on the last feedback we had taken, around 20% of them are utilizing that IP in business, but the rest 80% continue to just sit on their IP. This is pretty much the situation in most traditional sectors in India. However, as I mentioned earlier, in the technology, information, and knowledge space, they have progressed significantly. So with this backdrop, we'll start talking about what is IP.